Hi there, I'm Carolina from 27 Pilots, and today I want to interview Nikos from the startup Seervision, who has a solution that can potentially fight consequences of the coronavirus. And as a first question, Nikos, could you please introduce yourself briefly and your startup?
Yes. Hi, Carolina. Nice to meet you. So I'm Nikos. The company is called Seervision. I'm Greek. The company is based in Zurich, Switzerland. And we build software that is basically automation tools that allow you to do a video production completely remotely. So we deploy intelligent robotic cameras, and you can then, from your home, control them and tell them what to do. You track this person, you track the other person, and so on. And if you cannot do that, then we can even operate them for you remotely. So basically, what this means is if you have a video production of any form, you don't have to worry about operation and how all these things will take place for an event.
Okay. And in times of the corona crisis and the situation we're all in at the moment, how does your solution add value?
So the biggest thing that has changed in our industry is that events are getting cancelled, which means that a lot of the companies that are trying to reach out because they have a message to pass or because they're doing a workshop or because they have new solutions that they want to introduce have a problem. And basically there are two things you want to solve here. Number one, can we achieve the same goals of the event somehow virtually? And number two, how can we do this in a quality that matches the seriousness or the size, the impact of the event? And what we are doing is we're basically saying, look, you can do everything you used to do on a stage virtually. You can go on the stage, you can have robotic systems there, and you can do the production from home. Nobody has to go in the room. You don't have to get close to anyone, so everybody stays healthy and safe. And you can still deliver a multi-camera production in this way, not having to worry about who's going to do it, when are they going to come, and all the logistics. So basically, we are allowing you to continue doing events. So keep reaching out, keep teaching people, keep presenting your solutions, keeping your boards up to date, the general assemblies and so on. At the same time, you do this in a quality that goes beyond the webcam, which is awesome for our day-to-day meetings. But when you want to do something, then it's like which has to have an impact. Then moving around and being able to put on a show is very important, and we allow you to do this completely remotely.
Okay, awesome. Can you somehow show to us or demonstrate how something like that could look like?
Yes, let me share the screen. So what you will see now, what you see now is one of our investors, Investire. It's one of the companies that started using this already to reach out to their own network. And our unique value proposition here is that we can do all this without people on set, and we can operate these robotic systems completely from home. And what you see here is Lucas, who's moving around, and he's talking to his board, actually to the investor base of Investire as a session. And what you see here now is our interface. So this is running on a browser, so I can run it from home right now. When the studio, this is our pop-up studio here in Zurich. This is located in Hardbrücke, and you can go there now and book it with us, and you can show up, and then we operate everything from home, and you don't have to worry about it. So what you see here is the interface. And here I can do things like track different people, change the framing that I want, and so on. And on the right side, I can have preset positions and send the camera to these positions to deliver different types of shots. And you see here that parts of our software, which has to do with computer vision and so on. And later on here, you see how it looks like from an outside perspective. So here you can see the robotic system, which can be anything from what you see, which is like a broadcast quality type of system, all the way down to a PTZ camera, a very small camera that anybody can buy. So it really depends, it really adjusts to the needs of your production. And in fact, this pop-up studio is scalable. You can also build it in your own organization. If you have webinars, if you have other things where you want to have some movement, you want to go to a board, you want to write something, you can have simple cameras installed in your own space with our computer, and then you can do all that I'm showing here remotely. So you see here some more footage, and basically it's as easy as it seems. Anybody can operate it. The idea is that this is really an easy to use system.
Cool, nice. And I'm not so sure what would be other solutions that go in a similar direction. or if there are competitors, but can you show us or tell us what your unique value proposition is?
Yes, of course, that's a good question. So there are several solutions that will track a person. There are several solutions that will allow you to remotely control a computer. What you see here, which is unique, is a solution. Our solution is really transferable from all the range of robotic camera systems, from broadcast quality and broadcasters, all the way to PTZ cameras. The same solution works for all of this, so we can address all these different solutions. And you can operate, for example, 4 cameras at the same time, completely remotely. And this is something that not other companies can do when you think about tracking features. So if you want to have static cameras, then there are plenty of solutions out there, even coming from the surveillance industry, obviously. But here we're talking about delivering video content that looks good. And that means moving cameras, tight shots, and there is no other solution that somebody can fire up from home and operate these robotic systems with the accuracy and the quality that we can operate it completely remotely. So this is really the USP, is these movements going across different type of equipment with absolutely no change, and the ability to do all this from home.
Okay, understood. And what is actually the stage of your company and the product? Are you ready to kind of sell it off the shelf and in big quantities, or how long would it take to get such a camera? Or to, I understood that you can also book a demo room in Zurich, right? So how easy is it to use your solution?
Yeah, this is a good question. We are now at a Series A phase. So basically, we've been selling our product. We have about 25 systems out there, and they're being used. And we can deliver we've delivered up to 12 systems in one order within a few weeks. So there is no problem with supplying this solution, and the software is ready. And really, it's a market-ready product. The question is, what do you do in this certain situation with COVID blocking a lot of the different movements that we have around us? I think in the DACH region, it's quite easy to get our system in your hands from Zurich. It would take a couple of days to put an order in, and then you will have it at your premise. We have special engineers that help you set it up remotely. So they will configure it remotely. They will help you remotely. So there is absolutely no need for commissioning and contact to do it. And we've done this multiple times with companies in Germany that are our clients, in Switzerland. We even have a few clients in the US. So it's not a problem. The team is also the right size. We are 25 people, which allows us to be both agile. So if something needs to change, we do it immediately. But at the same time, we are big enough that we can address different things, from quality assurance to customer support to development and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, understood. And I don't know if you can share it, but can you share what the pricing of such a system would be, more or less?
Well, you asked before correctly about the whole pop-up studio situation, and I think this is a very attractive value proposition during this time. There are people that have this problem and they want to reach out and they want to do it in a certain quality, and doing it at home does not work for them. So for example, in Zurich, we have this pop-up studio set up, and we are talking with other partners about putting up studios like this in other cities that you can completely remotely operate with the Seervision system. And so once this is there, then it's a few hundred euros to book it and do your thing for a couple of hours. So yeah, that's really a low barrier to entry for a lot of people that have this problem right now. If you're thinking about building it up in your own space, we are operating on a subscription model, which means you sign up for the software, and as part of it, you get the equipment. And then it's really depending on how many of the systems you need. But in the end of the day, if you look at the market and how systems are priced in this market, we are talking about a few thousand euros. It's not going to break the bank. And the idea is that if you don't like it, after a few months, you can opt out. That's the beauty of the subscription model. So this allows you to get up to speed with it, try it out for a few months, and if that doesn't satisfy you, you bring it back. And what I should say is that the current situation is that clients do not return things, so they seem to work, which is good.
Thank you so much for taking the time to demonstrate your solution. I think can be very valuable for some companies that try to do professional videos without too many people around. And yeah, I wish you all the best for you and your startup.